Hey, what's up, y'all? Matt MX is on the mic. NBA trade deadline, craziest one in NBA history. Let's talk about some of the trades that happened more closer to the actual deadline. So the first one that I'm going to talk about happened a little before Thursday, I think 11:40 something on Wednesday. It was Brandon Ingram to the Toronto Raptors. And I'll just say it's a very confusing move for the Raptors. Why would they want to try and make a win now move? Get an expiring contract. Just doesn't make sense to me. Pelicans, I think they just have to completely break that team apart. It's just never going to stay healthy. Ingram's injury prone, Zion's injury prone, DeJounte Murray injury prone. How are you ever going to keep those guys on the court together? The few times they've been together, they've been one of the top teams in the league. But yeah, just not happening. I think the Pelicans are the winners of this move almost by sheer default, getting value for Ingram, who was probably going to leave regardless. And even if he was never going to stay healthy. So we'll see what's next for the Pelicans. So the next move that I'm going to talk about is Mark Williams to the Lakers. So this is an excellent move for the Lakers. They needed a big man really since that 2020 championship run when they had Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee. They let them both go, and they've just kind of been struggling with the center position since. AD's just kind of been put there by default, but that's not really his position. And for the Hornets, I don't know. It's like, I think he was young enough to where maybe you'd want to consider keeping him long term, but I didn't really think the assets they got were that great, but I could also understand just embracing the tank. Hopefully LaMelo Ball stays healthy. So the Hornets, they very quickly found a way to replace Mark Williams by getting Jusuf Nurkic. Of course, Nurkic is a veteran center, unlike Mark Williams, who's pretty young. I find the move for Nurkic a little odd, I guess. If you're going to trade away one of your young centers, I think you should just fully commit to rebuilding. But, I don't think he's going to put up some big numbers and hurt their little tank or whatever they're doing. So maybe the veteran experience will help them. We'll see. And of course, I think the Suns getting rid of Nurkic is a good thing for them, even if they didn't get much. They got Nick Richards from the Hornets as well, actually, a little bit ago. So they're basically unintentionally exchanged centers. So that's actually pretty interesting. So this move is actually probably my favorite move of the actual deadline day, not counting Brandon Ingram, who I did talk about, but that was a little before deadline day. This one is DeAndre Hunter going from the Hawks to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Hunter, I think he's had a very underrated season. I think he's one of the best players not on the All-Star team. That's how good I think he's been. And I think Cleveland adding him, giving them a true small forward, that's a big-time move. And I think the Cavs, they are ready to go to the finals, possibly even win the finals. So, yeah, they're not a team. They got to such a hot start, but they had an unfortunate loss to the Celtics. And now they're trying to prove they mean business. They are ready to contend. This is a move that will help them. They had to give up Caris LeVert, but you clearly upgrade there. You got a very good two-way player. So the Hawks, they're kind of really fully committing to a rebuild here as they trade away Bogdan Bogdanovic to the Clippers. So for the Hawks, I think committing to a rebuild is a very smart decision, and who knows, maybe in this offseason, Trae Young will be next. The future of that franchise will certainly be interesting to watch. But as for the Clippers, they don't have a lot of picks, so they have to try and win, and they've done better than expected this season, so they're trying to capitalize off that good move. So now the final move that I will be talking about today, Marcus Smart. He is going to the Washington Wizards. So this is a very odd move for both sides. The Grizzlies, I guess they cut some salary, but Marcus Smart, he's grizzled veteran. I think he's not a guy you really want to trade if you're trying to win playoff series like the Grizzlies are. And the Wizards, what do they need with Marcus Smart? They're a rebuilding team, the worst team in the league. We saw this picture of Marcus Smart and Chris Middleton is the new duo of Washington. It's this is the most random, unnecessary duo in NBA history. There's just no need for the Wizards to make this type of move.